everyone to another stream. Alright, let's get this party started. Alright, so we're gonna go pretty much level or 200 medals. I'm gonna just see how high I can climb with transport. I want to show the importance of transport and how powerful it is, especially in low metals, and if you make good use of it, you can take that with you wherever you go. I'm gonna check. We're actually like plugged in all the time. So I'd say back is against the wall here. We can't go any lower. I've tried dropping a few. I can't go lower, so can't break the wall of the game to go lower. So we'll see. Okay, pretty simple bases here. Oh, I forgot to swap to I forgot to put on the damage whatchamacallits. Guy here, this guy here. I'm gonna speed rally on this guy. Simple bases. I don't think I really need to go into these bases too much into like detail. They're just gonna be very, very simple. We get the transporter to take out the castle. Why the castle? Well, the infantry can kill everything else, and the planes can kill everything else. But the castle is by far the highest hit point building that deals the most damage in that area, more than the readout. Just damage per second, like to a single unit. It could probably 1 or 2 shot my infantry, so it needs to die first. Let me grab. I want this. I want to take out Brutus. Yeah, I have like 3k of these whatchamacallits. I've actually got a new method to my madness. I can calculate about how many whatchamacallits blueprints I'll be getting per rotation. It's usually a minimum of 100 blueprints. So I just sit there and I grab, okay, my next upgrade is 1400, so that means I need 500 fragments would give me, or 475 fragments will give me about 100 blueprints. So you gotta grab that, multiply it by 14. That's like 7,000. I don't know. If I'm not working on museum, for me, something about the way I think about it. So that's what I'm doing now. Let's try it out. 5k oil on this base. I'm actually gonna drop a second heavy tank here and do this. I want to kill this heavy tank thing here. I don't care what sounds he's got in here. They're not gonna be that explosive. Not gonna be that explosive. For goodness sake, this guy's a level like 162 atomic. He's just a baby still. He's not gonna. Hopefully this plane doesn't die here. Okay, so we've killed that, and now what we can do here is I'm gonna drop this guy here. Speed rally when he drops. Oh, nice. That there. I'm gonna actually plane this guy. Oh wait, we're gonna lose planes here, I think. Oh, I'm so lucky that there's no other sand batteries there. I'm so lucky. That was such a dumb. I should never have attacked like that. All right, so what we want to do next is kill the castle here, and I can't send the planes anywhere else because we have very low planes. Let's see what happens. Korean rifles are gonna have to path. They're gonna have to. Oh wait, they're just gonna walk into this. That's an instant kill right here. What are you gonna get? Die. Just die right there, bro. Let's go ahead and drop these guys up here. What I'll do is I'm just gonna take a chance. I don't think I'll die here. Okay, there's nothing in that box. Need some hit point building destroying troops, which would be this. Okay. Have we triggered the town center yet? No, we go. Let's see this. Wonderful. Not my bazooka. I can't send planes. I'm just not even gonna. Alright, we're gonna end it. That's a nice base. I didn't think it was gonna be. I didn't actually really have a plan for that. Just the tanks down. I should have actually thought about that base for a second. You know what? I'm only doing this just because I want to start getting around like 500-600 medals, like, to be honest. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drop my 3. And then what would be a great spot to drop the paratroopers? What can we kill? Okay, I'll drop you here because they'll drop in the grass here, and then I can rally the tank depot there. I like that. Yep, see, so they'll do this. Oh, wow, the splash damage on that landmine killed them. That was awkward. Amazing. Okay. We go here. So now we got the we got this guy. I'm actually gonna kill this castle. I don't want to send planes into that. That's just like a dumb idea. So I'm gonna drop 2 guys here. And then after those, just drop like that. Paratroopers aren't that hard. You just have to understand how they are. I think that's just for everything. It's not hard. You just gotta figure it out. But they definitely are very fun. They're very, very useful. Okay, so I'm gonna wait till we get a bunch of stuff grouped here, and then I'll just send it in right here like this. Kill everything all in one go. I'm gonna actually go in and kill this here. Okay, so then what you do, I'm gonna clear this out. Should be able to. God, I just have a knack of killing my my guys today. Jeez. All right, that's fine. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, kill that. These guys right here. I'm gonna rally on this here. I actually want support down here. Please tell me you're gonna shoot from range. Thank you. Thank God. Okay, that's wonderful. Good. That's why you drop Napoleon, because he's gonna shoot from range. You can just sit him on the grass there. These low metals are just pretty simple. I honestly need to find hopefully get bases where I can just run them over with like. Okay, see this would be awkward to hit. All right, wonderful. I'm gonna hit every single base that I can. It looks good, so I can just get out of here. I'm actually gonna drop on here, and he's gonna kill both these things here. I'm gonna plane these 2 here. Okay, and then wait, rally, and then we just get these guys over here to kill everything. Yeah, there you go. Good job. And I'm gonna come in here and kill this and kill this. 8 seconds. What are we looking for? 8 seconds. Well, I'm definitely not gonna drop inside this cubicle. That's a waste of paratroopers. They can do better than that. So I'm probably gonna drop in this corner, honestly. Let them start cleaning up the corner, which would be really good for me. Okay, and now I have to protect these paratroopers over here. I mean, he's gonna hopefully take out this wall, but if not, I need to help him out. So I'm gonna send some help. I'm gonna drop on this guy, drop these 2. The oil is a big thing to kind of get through right now, just because I got guys that are gonna get through the walls here. Yeah, that's efficient. You can just work your way around with these paratroopers. They're pretty fun. You need to keep reminding that. Someone's got keys somewhere. That these paratroopers aren't like. what's the word? They're just reinforcements. They're just support. And if you can wrap that into the way you play with them, it'll make way more sense. There's a lot of people are like, oh, they're too slow. Oh, they're reinforcements. Where do you need reinforcements? And then once you learn basics, all right, so drop. All right, so I like to drop near towers and castles and anti-air, right? The stuff that it kills my plane. So this is the easy base. Just drop like up here, drop right here, and drop here. Right? What I want to do is I'm actually going to drop here, and I'm going to plane these two. And the reason is because if I can get my paratroopers in the very, very middle, what we can do here is they can start killing off all this stuff. They're like I said, they're reinforcements. We're going to put a hole in the middle of this base, and everything's just going to die. Okay. Now I'm going to actually drop you back here. I'm going to drop one. Wait. One. And then what I'm going to drop is here. And then kill. I actually should have dropped on this. I'm so bad. It's okay, I think we got people here. I'll drop a general too. Very careful to just drop one general. Okay, rally everyone. Can we kill this, please? Beautiful. This stream is going to start off a bit slow. I didn't actually expect these early. I should have honestly just stopped at 600 medals and like started climbing up, but I wanted to go all the way down to the bottom. But these early bases, there's no strategy to it. It's literally just drop wherever you want. You can honestly do it that way. There's just nothing about it. Usually when I'm in Gold League or in Kingdom League, I try to enjoy it as much as I can. So I go slow and I just enjoy it. Down here, I'm trying to get to like, I guess it's 600 medals plus, because then the bases you can have fun with it a little bit more. We're just gonna drop, like I said, you can literally drop wherever you want. What is the most open? Why is there a castle making love to a town center? That is some weird. I'm gonna drop on you, because I think if I can drop in here, I get so much, like, to do so much here. Yep. Okay. Boom. Hit it right here. Oh no! Did I lose my boost? I lose my boost again. I forgot there's a factory there. Ugh. And this is something that's been like really bad, that I've been really bad about lately, is that I keep forgetting that there's factories certain places, and that they're extremely deadly. Especially the first factory there popped and it had a heavy tank come out. That means that all the other factories are gonna have heavy tanks. And I saw the second factory, but I didn't like note, oh, this is gonna probably kill my my rocket guy. So that was my mistake. Let's see if we can get some people in the. Alright. Is he? Okay, he's trying again. But you know what I could do? I could take this time and at least go over basics. You know what? We'll do that. I'm gonna just draw on the screen for every hit. Let's go. Alright, we'll draw every hit out. Alright. So you wanna notice that you see this base just has like a really strange shape, no walls really. So I'd probably drop a heavy tank here, plane this guy, I think. Yeah, and then I drop another heavy tank here, and then drop a heavy tank here, so this guy dies immediately. So that's 3 heavy tanks, but I want all the heavy tanks to work, so I'll probably drop one here, and then I'll probably drop one here. Do this. Pop. Boom. Alright, so you gotta do it like this, and then drop this, and drop one here. I'm gonna go for the middle of the base on paratrooper duty here, so we can just start cleaning stuff out. Boom, speed rally. Give it to that. This. You know, you just start, like, you just go in. So this is a very easy, very simple base. Okay, I got another paratrooper. I think I'm gonna drop one here. I actually should have dropped my guys over here. Let's see how this looks like with a general. Fine. Oh, Napoleon, you have 5 range. Just remember that. Just, you have 5 range, bro. When I play with the British rifles, I don't remember. There's very few instances where they would walk up like that, but they would still walk up and be like in like 3 or 4 range or something. For the most part, they stay at 5. I don't understand why Napoleon's AI just wants to like walk up everywhere. It's such a strange, so strange. Okay, so this one I will probably drop 2 heavy tanks down here. I'll probably drop a heavy tank here, and I'll probably drop the rest all the way up here. Where I want to paratroop, I think I want to paratroop the castle, so I'll plane this guy. And then what I think I'll do is the next paratrooper will go for the oil, and I'll plane these 2. And that way we can, actually, you know what, I might just drop the paratrooper on this. That's a lot of, no, that's fine, we'll do that. I think it's a really good early advantage here. Okay, so 1, 2, let's do 3. You know what, we'll do a crunch attack, that's fine. Oh, they're sitting on a cow trap. This really sucks. But I think they can kill a lot more. Okay, we'll just drop it here. I'm gonna plane all this here. Double plane. It's gonna die. Yeah, there we go. Do speed rally. And now we're set up really well. I think we're in a really good position right here to kind of do whatever we want. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drop, like, I want to do whatever I want. Drop here, drop there. Yep, drop right on that road. There you go. Got both. Bam. Beautiful. Oh wait, I am. I love it. All right, now for this, just kidding. I actually don't know. I don't think so. Not right now. I'm gonna wait till I get a little warmed up with it. I haven't warmed up with my paratrooper today. Take it from 0 to 100. Hilarious. This one will be fine. This one is mostly going to be about answering these questions. What do you do? Because whenever you have anti-tank guns, you're going to ask yourself questions. What am I going to do with this tower? How do I handle this tower? How do I deal with it? So the question becomes, how do I deal with him? And then how do I deal with him? Well, him, you can just drop a heavy tank right there. Boom. What about this guy? You probably plane him. Okay. What about this guy? So you got to just think of these questions and form a plan. So for me, I think we could actually drop heavy tanks individually like this on the anti-tank guns. It kills them immediately. We have a, we have a solution.
Okay.
Drop you. I'm gonna actually be stupid and see how this works.
I'm not perfect.
I should not have done that. Actually, it's not bad. Yeah, I shouldn't have dropped a heavy tank up there. Like, that's just super dumb. Oh, is this the one and only? Is this the man without the hit?
I didn't know.
Hey, what's up?
Hello?
Is that the boogeyman himself? That is.
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, just taking care of kids at the moment.
Sounds like a blast. You want to swap? I'd love to take care of kids.
Yeah, right.
I
just saw this on and I was like, huh, I wonder what this is. Is there more people on this, or what are you doing?
Just streaming right now, so give me a second. I'm adjusting audio. You just peaked really loud. That's my fault.
Oh, there's one.
Oh, found him.
You there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Okay. Well, I just put my headset on, so.
That's fine, it's fine.
I'm coming. So what's this? Is there more people getting on here, or what?
No. Just whoever feels like getting on. So usually...
I see. Hi. There's the little one in the background.
How old is this one?
1 year old. Yes, you are.
Ooh.
Yep. Oh, yeah. It's about her bedtime. So, talk to me about getting what I need on getting set up for that live stuff and everything. You said the best way to do it is doing it through a computer and everything like that, or the only way, I guess.
You could do it through a phone if your phone can handle the stream itself, but a more like you can interact with people would be better doing it through a computer.
Gotcha. Okay. Looking at that. You want this? Mommy. All right. What app am I gonna need?
Air server? Do you have Air server downloaded?
Yeah, I think I got that one. That's the thing that puts it on, like mirrors it, right?
Yeah, that's the one that mirrors, and then there's Open Broadcaster software. That's OBS.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to end up moving my computer at this point. I've got an office that's attached to the bedroom, so
oh.
I never wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You know, it's like a walkthrough, but there's no way she'd ever fall asleep with me talking in it.
Well, I guess the other way, if you got options and you want options, you could do like a wireless headphone, like a headset, so you could speak into the mic while you're downstairs playing with your iPad. As long as the computer screen is like, the computer's on. You could have the computer screen off. I don't know how that works, but just as long as it's streaming, you should be fine.
Well,
you could just
the
do it
screen
away.
wouldn't matter. It would be just the noise.
Right, just be the hardware itself, just like running, doing the stream, just whatever noise,
Huh. Yeah, because right now I've got my headset. That's the wireless headset right now. I guess.
I used to do that. I used to use my phone and stream on like downstairs, because downstairs, the part of the house that I used to live in was like colder than the upstairs, and so I would do that. But then you have to have like another device to read the YouTube comments and answer them.
Dude, I got enough devices that wouldn't matter.
Okay.
I'm not short on devices.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like I don't need. I have too many.
Do you have an Android device actually?
Oh, that's something I've been thinking about getting for a while.
Okay, because I know how to. I guess
I have a PC. I've got the iMac, and then I've also got a PC.
Because I know how to grab like iPad, iOS, anything iOS related, like iPad, iPhone, put that on an Android and have your Android stream, and they would hear the audio, and you could talk to people and like do that anywhere you are. I don't know how to do iPad to iPad, because the iPad itself cannot actually like live stream itself to YouTube unless you're doing like a camera stream. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to do the screen,
that's what I had to do last time.
Right, and with an Android you can't do the screen. So that's why you could put whatever's on your iPad screen on an Android screen, have that directly stream to YouTube, and just have that Android phone plugged in somewhere, and you can just read the comments. I've done that before. I do that when I'm lazy.
Now, if that's the case, could I just use the PC instead of the iMac?
Yeah, PC would be... Yeah, I know how to set up the PC. I don't know iMac very well. So that's why I don't
know iMac. That's the thing, too. I don't know iMac very well either. I actually just got it to try to simplify all my devices together.
Yes, yeah, because you have a lot of Apple products, right?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I've got fuck, I've got 2 iPhone X's, and then the iPad Pro, and then I've got, my wife has an iPad or iPhone, and then I've got older iPads, but those I don't even use.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you. Yeah, because my dad bought an iMac to try to simplify it all together. He's like, I just love it. It's nice. So I got you.
Yeah. I can't find any diapers. Well, maybe I'll hook up the PC downstairs, and then might make it a lot easier throughout to just do everything there that way.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like I was saying, like a Bluetooth headset. Some of them are just like they can connect to Bluetooth. Some of them that you want to like go through, like let's say 20-30 feet, they require a receiver. And you just sit there, you grab your iPad, go outside in the garage, go out in the back patio, wherever it is that you can find time where you can be loud or whatever, no one hears you, and you just stream right there. You have another device within the chat, boom, you're good to go. It's a janky setup, but it's effective.
Yeah, well, shit. I mean, I've got the Bose wireless headset thing.
Yep.
It's like $300-400 thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it has the worst range I've ever. I can't get more than 15 feet away from any device.
Wait, aren't
ridiculous.
they like marketed as supposed to having like ridiculous range?
Yes, and it's ridiculous. I don't have the time to go check on it or see, like take it to Best Buy, but I know I have the warranty for it, so I'll have to take it at sometime. But come here, Renee.
I was looking at buying this at one point. That's why I thought, it's like, wow.
It's to the point where I would not even recommend it. I wouldn't even recommend something like that because of the fact that it's that bad of range. And I've looked it up on what to do and everything like that, and they say to erase all devices of it and everything like that. I did that and then put it back together, and then boom, nothing.
Sounds like a faulty one, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I gotta look into it because that's the other thing too is it's a common thing with this device with them too, because I looked it up and
that would be so amusing to just have a baby.
She's giggling about my headset that I have on, the headphones, because I don't think she's ever really seen me wear them.
I've let people babysit like for them, and I love it because babies are cute. But then I think about it, I'm like, okay, now try living with that thing for 24/7. It's like, okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how the wife does it. She's a stay-at-home mom, so.
Jeez.
Yeah. Come on.
That's another level of like stress I just couldn't imagine.
Exactly. Come on, baby. I'm just trying to get her ready for bed. Got it off. Okay. But yeah. I don't know. I'm to the point where I would almost like. I don't know. I've had it for too long now, I guess, but I think the warranty's still. We got the extended warranty. Oh, we got the extended warranty, so those things. But
yeah.
You said, but once I get those apps, is that pretty much what you're doing, or what's Are you going another step further, or what?
No, I'm literally sitting on a laptop. I too trouble to get my desktop shipped down here, so I'm just doing this off a laptop. So I'm going iPad to laptop, laptop to YouTube.
Melody's thing and a couple blankets. Figured it would be okay. Is that okay?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, I guess. Are you so when you did, let's say that the heavy tank rating thing? Did you? Was that a live stream or was that a record and then post?
So the videos I do, I'm pretty sure I do it the hard-headed way. That's the only way I know how to. But I will record, edit it, and then put that up on YouTube. So it's a bunch of edited stuff, like a bunch of videos, and then I edit them, so I can cut stuff out. So what I'll do.
Right, but are you talking during the thing? Or
sometimes.
Talk after the thing?
But like when I draw on the screen, I have to talk as I go. I've learned that I can't do a voiceover for that because I don't know what I was thinking in the same moment. It has to be on the spot, or else it just doesn't work. But for
Right.
stuff like, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna be that's all edited. It's all scripted. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, what I've tried is on those attack reviews, the things.
Mhm.
What did I do? I recorded it all and then did on iMovie or whatever.
Yep.
I put the voice over at that point, and that was like one of the only ways I can get the video to work, or the sound to work together.
Mhm.
Is And the thing is, how I did it is I did, because I did it on my phone as I did it, right? I did the reviews and talked, blah blah blah,
Right.
and then I transferred that video over to my iPad, and then for some reason, even when I went to iMovie, it didn't register the fact that I had
Audio.
audio on there.
So what I was reading up online real quick is that there are 2 audio tracks when you record, and in iMovie or whatever that program was called, you have to go in there and actually tell the program, I want you to pick the second audio track, and then when it does that, you can actually pick up the audio from the microphone. Because I was like, what? And a lot of people were having that problem.
Maybe I did. I don't know. Maybe or look into that, because that would save me such a hassle. Because so what I did was I would have to do it. I would have to do the whole thing, then transfer it over to the iPad. And this is the whole reason why I was so fucking frustrating and I didn't want to do it anymore, is because I had to do all this. I'd transfer it over to the iPad, and then I'd have to try to push play at the exact same time and put my iPad and my iPhone right next to each other, so that then the voiceover could go along with the recording that I already did.
Wait, so can't iMovie, like the editing software they're using, doesn't it let you like just voice over on the spot and it records your voice? Because the way it works is a voice.
Right. But I already did it. So at that point, what I want to do is I want to do it while I'm looking at it, while I'm seeing it.
Yeah,
as
live.
I go, and then when I want to post it, it doesn't post with audio, so I have to figure out how to get to that point,
Right. So I think it's I don't know, I think it's like iPad issues, because I looked it up online and a lot of people are having the same problem, and then I tried uploading a unlisted one and the same thing happened, and I was like, what the heck? This is BS. So I don't know. I don't have a technical answer for that. Christopher might be able to look into it and help. I don't know what the answer is.
He's an Android person too.
But
this is Android.
Yeah, he's Android, but he might know like why that's an issue, or But all I know right now is if you video, like, you mirror to OBS and then you press record, that's it. You're good.
Yeah. But so, what's gonna record the voice though at that point?
You can actually pick. I don't know if it'll pick up the microphone from the iPad. I don't know. I haven't tested that yet on OBS. I can test that and try it and let you know. Because if it makes it simpler for you, that'll be simpler for you. So.
Yeah. I think what I'd like to be able to do is, so that's when I'm doing the live stream stuff. What I'd like, I just simply want to be able to just do the post the video type thing. Because that would make things, I mean, I'd like to get to that live stream part, but if I got to do a computer, blah, blah, I mean, it's hard, because by the time everyone's asleep and it's actually time that I could do it, yeah, man, I'm fucking tired.
yeah. So if you just do it all from your, let me test it.
If I do it on my iPad, I mean, I can just I can do it at work, or I can do it in the truck, or do something like that. Not a big deal.
Okay.
So that's the big thing. And then when I get home, I just post it on Wi-Fi, and then boom, it's done.
Okay, let me try the iPad set. I know that there's people like Stabmassa. He does his stuff off his iPad. Like, he does it all off his iPad. He edits, so I don't know how he edits, but I'll try and figure out a way just off the iPad and make it super simple.
If you're doing it on the iPad, just think of this. Okay, this is what I need to know how. If you're able to figure this out, then perfect. When let's say I got a video, I do the let's just say it's the attack review, right? Okay. I do the attack reviews, blah blah blah, and then I take it, I put it on iMovie, and then once it's on iMovie, how do I turn that audio on and off? I've pushed every fucking button there is.
What I'm gonna try to figure out for you is how you can just record it on your iPad and upload it to YouTube all in one go. So I'll troubleshoot that, and if I figure out an answer, we'll see if it works for you.
Yeah, and trust me, if it say it costs me to upgrade something or whatever,
no,
I'm okay with that, man. I don't even give a fuck if, I mean, like, that's not an issue. It's just one of those things where, like, I can't take the video off of my iPad and download. And then that's the thing too. The only way I could get it is if I went through, not through the app, but through the actual website itself. So I had to go to youtube.com, say desktop version, and then download it through there. And that was the only way I could get the audio to actually work as well. Yeah, I had a lot of issues with fucking YouTube shit.
No, with Android, I think it's a little bit easier. I'm not sure why YouTube is so much more complicated on iPad. Maybe it's more advanced. Maybe it's just I don't know, but I'll have to figure out. But I'll test it now that I know what you want to do.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah. But I think I got my wife actually yelling for me, so I'm gonna go help her. And
okay.
I appreciate the help, man.
Yep.
Hey, and when's Chris? Oh, hey, there's Dukes.
Yep.
He's being.
Oh yeah, he's muted. He doesn't like to talk to people. He does that podcast only because people like his wife forces him to talk to people. He's like a basement dweller, so that's just how it gets him out there.
I just didn't want to disrupt your conversation. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'll probably be back if you guys are still on. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, cool beans. Hi Dukes, what's up?
Nothing, just chilling.
God, you got that radio voice on today. It fucking sounds sexy.
I get the headset on. I'm you know what I mean, on special occasion. I know you were streaming and everything, so I figured I'd get the headset on. You get quality sounds from me.
Yep. You want to put your attacks on? I have to pee real quick. You want to do that? Put your attacks on.
My attacks?
Yeah. You want to just put your gameplay on while I go you do that real quick?
How am I supposed to do that?
Well, question. What are you like? What's your? Do you have a? Let me think here. Are you on Android or iOS?
iOS.
I don't even know. You know what? I got it. You know what? That's a good question. Never mind. I don't think. Never mind. Sorry. I was just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah. You confused.
I forgot that. Yeah. I get people confused with what they have. Like as far as like I know that like Clint, he'd be able to do it. Chris could do it in a jiffy. All these other people that I've done streams with, they can just because you. Anyways, there's a way you make it show up on your screen, and then in a Discord call, you can actually share screens, and I would just flip your screen on. Bomb. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Dukes. I'm gonna show you some gameplay. Watch me eat.
No, my gameplay is horrible.
Watch it, dude.
No, I'm just a voice. I'm not someone who you learn anything from the game or anything. I'm just a voice. That's it.
All right. Let me go pee real quick. I'm gonna put a defensive gameplay on, and then I'm actually gonna cut this stream off in about 30 minutes because I'm gonna troubleshoot this thing for what's his face.
So this is still gonna be recorded while you're taking a piss.
Yeah, so you can tell them whatever you want, but I will be listening. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, dude, tell them what you want. Everything.
Okay.
Tell them how much I suck. Tell them that as an admin, you've got to see all my habits, and you're just too lazy now. Tell them whatever you want.
Okay. So Mr. Lax's viewers, it's me. It's Dukes. Let's see here. You guys should check out the Fire Pit Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's a podcast about the community, what goes on in the community of Dominations. Definitely check that out. I had many guests on so far. I think this week will be episode 6, I believe. The first week I had Ward on. Second week I had, oh man, it's bad. I had Shani on from the second week. Third week, God, I can't even think. It's been quite a few episodes. I had Chris on. I had Zaya on. This past week I had Zaka. But this upcoming episode is going to be amazing. It's going to be Chadwick from Aftermath, and he is a well-known person in the community. He tends to be just, I don't know, misunderstood. So it's going to be great to talk to him, to have him on the podcast this week. And that's pretty much do the podcast every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I am going to be off next week, though. So, yeah, there'll be no podcast next week. Yeah, and I'm trying to get Mr. Lax to be on the podcast and do something with me, but he's just so busy all the time.
Well,
So,
I was busy. My old job had me working on Sunday evenings. That's why I couldn't do it. Usually do the podcast. Like I didn't realize that people could say, "Oh, I can only do it in during the like noon or something earlier in the day," and you're like, "Oh, cool." I thought it was always like evening, so that's why I was like, "Oh."
yeah, it started out that way, but then I realized with different guests from different time zones, like I mean, if I want to get the best people on the show, I gotta change the time zone and everything. So,
yeah.
What time zone are you in?
Eastern.
So you oh man, so you're in the same time zone as me, and it's so difficult for you to get on.
Oh my god, I thought you were. Wait, I thought you were like Pacific or Central, right? No.
Nope. I'm Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's one thing. Chad, he didn't want to do the show at first. Like I don't know, he was just giving me a whole bunch of crap about it. He's like, "Oh well, the only time I can do it is at it'll be 2 o'clock in the morning." I said, "What time zone are you in?" He's like, "Eastern. I'm from Florida." I'm like, How can't we get a time set up? Like, you wouldn't do it at 2 o'clock in the morning, but I guess Hydra, like he was like kind of didn't want to do the show, but I guess Hydra spoke with him about it. He talked to Hydra about it, and I'm thinking Hydra convinced him to do it.
Here's the deal, though. The biggest thing about that is just that, and I think you do really good with it, is that a lot of people look at him as like the villain. He's not very he's not seen with pleasant eyes around, so you would have to be able to like bring like personality into the conversation and be like, yeah, like, you know, obviously we want to talk to you about money spent, but you know, I've spent money into hobbies too. Like, let's talk, I don't know, golf. I used to buy $100 golf clubs every few like days, like, you know, so you spending in this game isn't that bad. Like, I don't know, just make it feel like so he's not being picked on, because the problem is that everyone wants to ask him these questions, but they want to like I don't know if the word's antagonize them, but they want to like get into it, and it's like, no, you got to be respectful. Like, some people, like, that's just, you know, you don't treat them like that.
Yeah, because that's how like I used to play Xbox all the time, and like every other month I'd get a game. You know what I mean? Get the whole downloaded content and everything. Pretty much spend about $100 every other month on Xbox games.
Yeah,
I don't play Xbox now, so it's like now I just spend money on the game. I don't spend as much money as like what other people spend. Like I spend what's good for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, especially since I've been working overtime has been amazing. So I haven't been able to play the game much. So I've just been crowning stuff because you know what I mean. Some of ages and everything. I'm not going to miss out on factory troops and all that stuff. Like,
right.
Not at all.
I think a good question to ask him would be is like, you know, what value do you get from playing this game? I think that would kind of. Because the thing is, okay, look, I live in Florida, and after living here for so long, something I've, like, gotten used to seeing is that people, like, I worked at a place where, a Big Lots, right? And that was, like, my first job. And when I went there, I saw people dumping money. Like, they would spend money like it was nothing. And I just realized, like, people down here, like, they spend money. So then when I hear this thing about Chadwick doing this, that, and the other, it's just like, what if this is his only, like, one of his few hobbies? The guy can do that if he wants to. It's his money.
Right.
But why do people get so like antsy about it? Because they can't. You're gonna live in a world where there's rich people and there's gonna be medium like income people and then obviously the poor people. So like, you know, why not? Like, I don't see you out there like telling the poor people they suck or something. Like, you know, it's not a bad thing that they spend.
Right.
I also think it's also like the way he's carried himself in the past that led to that kind of, you know, image. But I think this podcast would be a good way to turn it around. Be like, look, guys, I'm Chadwick. I'm not that bad of a guy. I just get defensive when people ask me stuff like this. But Dukes has talked to me respectfully, and I've answered the questions respectfully. And you can see that I can be a human being. And I just want everyone to realize that this is where I have fun. This is how I spend my money. And hopefully that puts some closure in your minds where I'm not an evil guy. I'm just a guy who wants to make this my hobby. And that would be a great message to send at the end.
Yes. I mean that's pretty much what I was doing. Like I told him, like, because we spoke. Have you heard his voice though?
No.
Oh my God, he has an amazing voice actually. Like, you're gonna be impressed when you hear it. You're gonna be pretty impressed. But no, I spoke with him and I said, you know what I mean, like, I want to help kind of change your image. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, I appreciate that. It would be nice to get a little bit of respect in the community again.
Yes.
So Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be like I want to do him how Christopher Nolan did the Joker in Dark Knight. The
Oh
Dark
yes.
Knight, right?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Give him some respect.
One of the best Jokers I've seen. That new guy they got in the Suicide Squad or whatever that's called.
Oh man, Jared Leto.
A lot of people was like, oh, he's good. I'm like, I don't know. He just doesn't have the same like.
It
I don't
was
know.
it was it was just because the comic books and there's just different types of Jokers.
Yeah.
So it's like he played that type of Joker pretty well. Like Jared Leto played the type of Joker that pretty much. I'm not too sure if you familiar with the comic books and everything, but the actual Dark Knight Returns series where like they actually like I don't know, where Joker is pretty much just killing people and all that. Yeah, it's just forget that. I'm not a Batman
it's
expert
okay.
or nothing, but
I heard that for the kind of style he was going for, he played it well, but everyone was expecting a like Heath Ledger 2.0.
no, couldn't do that. Gotta let that go.
So,
ooh, funny thing. See the final Batman of the trilogy, the Dark Knight Rises. I think.
Is that with Bane?
That one was filmed in Pittsburgh. So technically, I live in Gotham City. Just so you know, I just want to put that out there.
Is Penguin going for mayor in your section of Pittsburgh?
That'd work out. Yeah, the Penguins.
He's my favorite villain in that. I don't know. I love the like.
Really, the Penguin? Really?
Yeah, dude. Like my favorite animal is like a Pokemon. It's not even real. People give me such a hard time. They're like, you're 26, you're a grown man, and yet you sit here with fucking like Snorlax little dolls in your room. It's like, dude, the Penguin's fucking grown, but that dude has like ducks, like fucking duckies that like 3-year-olds play with. Like, there's nothing wrong with me. I guarantee you that.
See, but the thing with Pokemon, like it's like that's fine, like because you grew up with Pokemon, like that was, and Pokemon's always gonna be around. I don't care what anyone says. It's like Mario, like people love Mario, Mega Man, like you like Pokemon, or at least Snorlax. I know that, and you play it well, like how you enjoy it so much. It's I don't know, you have fun with it, like you accept it, you enjoy it, and yeah, so people can just deal with that.
Yeah.
But when are you gonna be on my podcast? So get straight to the point.
Jeez, God, going straight for the jugular. Let's see here. I don't know, man. Like, what do you like? You taking next week off? Okay, so what about the week after that?
I got King the Juicer.
Oh, King Boogeyman. Wonderful.
Yeah. And then the week after that you could be on it. Or if you don't want to be on it, like if you don't want to do a full interview or whatnot, like you can have like a reoccurring role where you could just pop on and just interrupt me, and then just like I would love to have someone just rant about something. I would love it. Like 5 minutes of you just complaining about something.
Yeah, but here's the deal. It's like that a lot of the community just they don't like to hear me ramble. Okay, so I would study the YouTube logistics for whenever I stream. And I go through the parts where I start to ramble and the viewership drops because people are just like, okay, Lex, we get it. Like, shut up, please. So, but when I do like streams where it's just nonstop educational, people watch because I have something to say that's important. And whenever I'm in a voice channel with friends like Doom Raider and all that, and I start saying all this garbage stuff, they're just like, wow, I don't know what you're saying, but you sound hilarious. So they'll just be like, wow, do more of it. It's wonderful. So, just
see, but I think it would work for like your rants would work on the Fire Pit. Because people are watching your videos to learn stuff, right?
I don't know. I ran about just like stuff that's relevant to the game. Sometimes I just ran about weird shit. Like I do like, I don't know. I do like stuff that doesn't even make like the analogies I come up with. I sit there and I listen to myself. I'm like, why? Why did you pick that? You don't even know enough about that to talk about that. Like, why did you pick cars? You don't know anything about cars. Like, you're so. God.
Wait, but the little conversation we had with Christopher, you're like, well, it's like he can make the cocaine here, but you get to snort it over here, though. Oh man, that was so funny.
It's I pull because like I've watched stuff like what's Narcos, right? I've watched stuff
Yeah.
like that. I've watched some like mafia mob stuff recently that had to do with drugs. So like whatever I'm watching or like invested in at the time, I'll make like analogies that make no effing sense whatsoever. Like you sound like you've done no research. Shut up, Lax, before you get shot. Like
No, but
J-
ideas I have was like you come up with a top 5 or a top 10 list of just like while I'm doing my like little pre-interview stuff where I'm like, all right, so we're in the Continental Wars, and then you just hop on. It's like, hold up 1 second, Dukes, and then you just start going off about whatever. I think that would work pretty well.
The
Because
thing about that is that that's scripted. Like I have to have an idea of what it is, and it's not. It's like freestyle rapping. Some people can't freestyle rap because they have to go on the spot, and so it's the hardest thing to do. So I have to figure out like. It's one of those things where like It's like you're asking me to do something, but it's like I only do that when I'm feeling good. I'm in the moment. It's like, be
okay,
be funny, Lax. It's like I need a few shots in my body to be funny. I haven't had a good day today. Like it's just one of those on the spot things. I don't think I can actually do it well. So.
mm,
That's why I encourage, like, that's what I was saying, do the after party and like promote that. That way people can come and chat afterwards. That's when I can get into
yeah,
it.
yeah. See, and I've completely forgot about that. Like you typed it out and everything, and I read it, and then like I completely forgot.
No.
I'm always so focused on
Well,
making sure I get.
the thing is, it's an optional thing. I even told you from the start, like, you don't have to do that. I think it would be good because it's like after the podcast, they can come in and talk and like meet people, but they don't have to. And it's always been just an optional thing. I just think that it would be a good way to use the voice chats for once. Like, we don't really use them, and that's the problem I hate
Like,
about Discord is that people don't. When Chris and Marla first made Deep Prime, the one thing I told him is I don't care like how big this gets. I want people to talk to. That's all I care about is people to talk to, and then that's what happened. Like voice talk to, like physically in the room, I can hear their voice.
yes. See,
So
I do. See, I guess you sleep in because there is a lot of voice stuff going on, like in my morning. Like whenever it's morning time, whenever I'm going to work and everything, like angels and vamps, they are always got something going on.
mm,
They're always in the voice channel. It's like what I mean, sometimes like up to 10 people in the voice channel.
yeah,
So
that
that's great. Like
our
I get
mornings,
to
our Eastern time mornings is their nighttime.
right, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like they're all drunk and everything, and
Yep.
it's like I'm getting up, going to work and everything, just chatting with them.
This is an embarrassing stream. I'm supposed to be grinding from 200 medals to like Kingdom League in like 2 or 3 hours. I was gonna stream for, and it's already been an hour, and I've only climbed like 250 like medals. I didn't expect this to be so hard. I like these bases are so easy, and I just like I want something more complicated. Like I've been, I think it's
Uh,
when you've been doing like sitting up in like Kingdom or like Empire League for so long, and then you come down to these bases. Like for me, it's just like it's like jet lag. I don't know how to take it, and then oh god, there's something here. I'm taking damage from stuff.
I haven't like really like played the game in quite a while. Like it's like I'll get on at night like before I go to sleep. Like
Hmm.
I'll raid, do the video thing and raid again. But it's like the amount of time I don't have much time for the game anymore because I'm working all this over. Like today I worked like 14 hours. I worked from 6 o'clock this morning to 8 o'clock tonight. And so it's like
Jeez.
right before it's like I don't know. I'm just addicted to this overtime now. It's like it's voluntary overtime, and I'm just
Hmm.
like I'm just addicted to it. So,
I
but
feel you. It's the job that I applied for today. I got an interview. It's working for a company called Chewy, and I was gonna do their customer service stuff. And they were telling me that, or like what I was reading online was that they offer like mandatory overtime just sporadically, and we're about to hit like the fall season, so they're gonna start offering that kind of stuff all the time. So I have to get prepared for that.
mm,
Like I've never actually had a job where they do mandatory overtime. It's usually like, oh, if you want extra hours here, not you have to work. So
right. As long as it's not salary, it's all good.
wait, why salary? Oh, because it doesn't matter how many
S-
hours you work, you get
yeah,
it. Yeah, that's right.
salary was the worst. I worked at a I was a manager at a Jiffy Lube before. It was horrible. Our salary, working like 70 hours a week, and yeah, just making crap.
At a Jiffy Lube, like the
Yeah, the car place, Jiffy Lube.
how is that like? How's that?
It's like it was cool for me, like because I've been working there on and off like over the past 10 years, and like I started working there when I was 18 and everything, and like the pay sucks for people who don't really care, but I did like all the extra stuff where I went
Are
to
you also
become.
like do you also repair, or are you there just to manage?
Oh, as a manager, you pretty much do everything:
Okay.
inventory, manage, work on the cars and everything.
Okay. Okay.
But it was just it sucked being salary, and then so I pretty much quit, got a new job, and then they called me to come back. I said I'm not going to be a manager. I want to get paid hourly. So like
Hmm.
cool. So then it's like I became a state inspector as well. I was A5 certified, all that special fancy car stuff. So I was like making like a whole lot more money than everyone else there, and
Hmm.
they let me work. They let me work overtime. I told them I wasn't working weekends. Yeah, so it was good for me. Like it was good working there, being me because I got like all the special perks and everything. But it would suck just being a regular person working at Jiffy Lube.
Hmm. I mean, that's.
And
I
then
mean,
like
you had an in, so that was good, but
right,
not many people have that.
yeah, but this job just is just so much better than Jiffy Lube. I don't have to work with other people. It's just amazing. And then Jiffy Lube just sucks anyways. Gma is you still there, Gma?
You can come into chat, Gmo, if you'd like. Not like I hate people and I don't want people anywhere near me. I got a joke. Uh, yeah, you can definitely come. I'd like to meet G-Paw sometime. See how he's doing.
Oh, there's Gpa?
Eventually, I'm sure. That's a tricky question because it could be one of those. Well, G-Paw, may he rest in peace. It could be one of those questions, and I'm just like, I don't really want to joke about that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't have anything else on you to joke about, so, yeah. It's so dumb. Yeah, I make dumb decisions. It's okay.
Yeah, you do.
my thinking, it's like, wait, you're telling me that you're not gonna disrespect her by asking that, but because you don't have another way of joking, you're gonna
There
ask her
she
that.
is.
You're
There
so
she is.
smart, Lex.
She came on to shut you up.
Okay.
Go ahead,
I,
Jim.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. No, I totally think you should do it, Lax. I do. I mean, when you feel like you can jump into Duke's show, man, I could see it going somewhere.
The thing is that he's whenever have you seen how many people on that chat? Okay, when I first started streaming, before I started showing off my crazy like rambling side, there were people that would watch my stream, yes. And when I started, like I said, get more technical, people show up. The moment I ramble, people ew. So the problem is if you were to have me ramble as part of the show, I don't think your viewership would climb. I just think that that's just the way I am, and that's just how I am, and people don't like that, and I understand that, and sometimes it happens.
Oh, see, I love it.
So
you always make me laugh.
you should do
Right,
it.
exactly.
You should run
That week bow stuff, and what was the last one?
It's-
Bowflex?
it's
Oh my god.
so corny though. I think the only good bow joke I've made was when someone in chat on Chris's stream last week was like, "Sleep is for the weak," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's what they call me, weak bow." Okay, you know what? I'll give myself some. You know, that was actually a pretty good one. All the other jokes are pretty effing bad. Like, let's just be real.
Oh no, I always chuckle.
No, what you do, Lex, is just amazing. Like I still laugh every time I think about how you make Australians read Dr. Seuss to you. Like, like it's just so good.
Them and British people have like the best. Actually, you know what? I talked to an Irish person. Oh, please, just cuss me out. I asked her, "Can you just cuss me out? Pretend like I just like I'm gay and I slept with your husband. Cuss me out." And she did it, and I was like, "Oh yes, honey, that is. I love it."
see, that's yes, that's what I need.
She's a good friend, and we knew her. She's from PT. She had time because her daughter was in like some sort of traveling team, so she was able to just like play the game when her daughter was playing games or whatever. So it was nice and I loved it, but I don't think I'll get to hear that for a while.
And by the way, you'll never see G-Pa. He'd probably write a thing for Dukes about me playing the game.
Oh, would he as well? I would love to have.
No, he wouldn't. But
Like,
he feels that
oh
way.
man, that might be a thing where it's just like every once in a while I'll just read a Dami Widow's open letter.
Is he like one of those? Is he like that guy from like Courage the Cowardly Dog? Like, what's that woman's name? Like,
I forget. I used to watch that. Wow,
you stupid dog! And he.
No, he loves animals. We have all kinds of them.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
but he hates the game pretty much. He doesn't want to hear about it. He doesn't want to know what I'm doing. But he respects when I'm mooring. You know, like he gets it that it's important to me and backs off.
Oh yeah, my wife, she finally just accepted it like within the past week that this is. She thought it was gonna be like a temporary thing when I started playing, and then she realized it was okay. It's been like more than 2.5 years now. You know what I mean? And like this morning, like SoundCloud pretty much they didn't screw me. It's just I didn't read all that fine print. Like my podcast, the first 3 weren't showing up because I had too many, so I had to get the Pro Unlimited or whatnot for it. And she texted me today. She's like, "So you paid for SoundCloud?" And I said, I have to make sure I have the best content for my list for my little dookies. And she's like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Like, so she accepts it now. Like,
wonderful.
Mm-hmm. But before she hated it, she was so upset.
Hey, what level is your transport now?
MK4.
MK4? I just went MK1. Or the reinforced MK1, right? It's the reinforced?
Yeah, reinforced.
Yeah. I just started that.
I figure out how I'm gonna get to this base. I'm probably going to decoy and rally this guy here. This is the only problem I don't know how to deal with right now. Oh no, they broke a hole. I can just rally. Yeah, kill that right there. Alright, here we go. Free rally. Boop. Got it. Alright, GG. That's a win. It's a wrap. You know what's really strange is that, like, I hit these, like, bases up in Empire League, and then when I drop down medals, it's like I still get the same. It's like the game's telling me, we're so used to you hitting these bases that you're gonna get nothing but these bases from now on. It's really awful. It's like, no, I drop medals to get away from those bases, and the game's like, no, you drop medals to get more of them, and it's like, ugh. Oh my god, okay, that's not good. He's got Chinese rifles. This is awful. Transport here is low. I'm actually just gonna drop in the corner. Oh, we lost a heavy tank? Oh, because of this guy right here. God, no, don't you dare. Don't you. Oh, I what? Okay. So that's the other clumsy thing about this game, is that I've noticed, he's dead here. There's no way you survive. I'm sitting in bazooka. You're still dead here, though. Oh, God. Yeah, I lost like 4 heavy tanks on that. That sucks. I guess I wasn't paying attention there. Something I've noticed about this game that really, like, the other day I had this, like, I was gonna make a video, but I was so stressed out because I had this attack where I dropped decoys and the enemies ran over the decoy and killed my units, and I'm like, Big Huge Games, what the heck is the point of a decoy if it's gonna be ignored? That makes 0 sense.
So what did they say? Because, yeah, I'd like to know the answer to that one.
Still haven't got an answer from them. I don't think they, like, because it's like, it's all my word against theirs kind of thing.
You know, now that you say that, I did see that happen. I saw a heavy tank come right through my decoy and come right at me. And I was like, huh?
I watch Dominations like burger stuff, and like he has problems sometimes where like I see like some stuff like will avoid some stuff, and I'm like, okay, it's happening to him too, and just he probably doesn't pick up on it, but it's just very frustrating. Yeah, it's really weird.
How long you been maxed on food and gold?
Several months. I was maxed on oil a few times this week, and then I was just like, I really want to play on this because my second account is going through atomic upgrades right now, so like I can't, and I'm not gonna crown anymore. So I already dropped it like, I don't know, 20-30 bucks on it just to get the I crowned the factory, and then I dropped all the guys into heavy tank MP4 upgrade, all 3 barracks upgrade, and so Friday I need to grind oil for the airstrip bare minimum, and then if I can get the next factory upgrade, it would be nice. I don't think that's gonna happen, but that account's getting ready, and then I need to right now, because I have a lot of time, I just raid on this one when I'm about in the bus or I'm sitting at home, and so I'm just started doing Selassie again because I have so much oil.
Yeah, Selassie's suffering for me right now. I'm back into spending oil on the armory. And I don't have any people because I'm working my traps. I want them done.
I'm almost done with traps. I have to do ambush after this. They were all industrial when I started, and then I was like, I'm gonna be doing traps for 2 months. And I didn't realize
that's what it is.
Barbed wire is like 3 levels of barbed wire. There was like 4 levels of landmines, and I was like, really? I thought there was I thought there was gonna be like 6 levels of landmines or something. I didn't realize that I had that little. I was expecting that like industrial age was like, because I know that there's 2 levels in atomic, and I was expecting 2 levels in CWA. So I was expecting at least 5 or 6 levels instead of like 3 for, I think, barbed wire. So I was very surprised.
I don't know. I think I'm on level 11.
So barbed wire, it's level 10, right? 11. You might be right with 11. I think it's. Let me find out.
Yeah, I think I just bought one for 4,400, or
4.5 million.
4.4 mil. Yeah. I'm a girl. We drop the zeros,
All right, so level 10 barbed wire is max. For landmines is level 11. Yeah, level 11 for landmines, and then for ambush traps is level 8. And then decoy trap is level 2, I think, or 3. And then claymores is level 2. And then signal flare, I think, is level 2 as well. Hydra showed me, or I saw pictures from someone else about Hydra's stuff, so.
Yeah, I got all those done already.
Because right now, after Selassie is done, I don't have any way of getting rid of oil on the spot. And Selassie is not going to be too difficult for me right now, so it's like, I don't know what else to do.
I was scared of Selassie, and now I'm not.
Amelia scared me at first. Oh my god, Amelia scared the hell out of me. I thought I was gonna be crying.
Oh no, I was after that baby. I wanted that plane because I was a transport girl. I wanted that extra plane. I hit Amelia like a ton of bricks.
I had to commit to it. Yep.
Selassie scared me with when I would see the tents. Not so much anymore.
I think Museum makes it so that people aren't so scared by stuff like that. For me, Museum or not, I wouldn't have had to have done Amelia the way it was. I think no, I finished Amelia before Museum came out, and then Selassie's helped Museum out, just because, like, if I hit a base for, like, 6k oil, I get, like, 9,500 oil, something like that. So it's, like, it's just like, wow, that's insane. So...
It's definitely helping with hold the gates, because I have the defender, like, I forget what they call it, where it stops them from coming so fast.
Enemy defender spawn time?
Yeah. I have that cooking pretty good, and because of you, I am hunting for HP for my planes. I'm doing better at it, but
that was actually
that's because of watching you.
Actually, Bob Lee. He's also the one who got me into Dominations Burger, but he was like challenging me one day. Well, I wouldn't say challenging like in a mean way, just but like, you know, Lax, you talk about fighter damage all the time. I honestly think fighter hit points are more important. And right around that
He's
time,
so right.
I was
He's so
hitting,
right.
I was gonna go hit in Kingdom League, and I was like, I'm gonna read up there, and then I saw my planes just drop, and I was like, okay, he might have a point. He has a lot
Yeah.
of points, and I just, yeah, he's the guy I got, like him, and there's like Joel, and then there's like one other person that like whenever it comes to heavy tank stuff, they give me ideas, and I'm just like, you know what? From now on, I'll just take your ideas and try them out, and if they don't work, I won't say anything to you, because I could be wrong in the future. Yeah. Joel got me into using the transport. He told me he first straightened me out. I used to drop my heavy tanks like all over the place. When the first time I went to Kingdom League, he saw some of my footage. I would drop my heavy tanks just like I would drop them on these low level bases, and they would die because they get picked off one by one. And he's like, what you need to do is you need to drop them like you would do a British line setup, and drop them all together, because you that way they don't spawn as many things. They can handle their business together, and they can go through the base as one. You need to do that. You can survive up in Kingdom League. And I listened to him, and it started working out for me. And then he was like, next thing you need to do is pick up a transport and learn how to use that, and we'll compare notes, and I'll teach you how to use it. And so he never got to that because his internet sucks, but I figured it out, and now I want to compare notes with him and see if that's how he uses it, so that way I can like get to that spot. But it's good.
What? I kind of noticed you using it as a decoy. You're using the guys as a decoy a little bit too. You know, point things away from you by going after. I've been watching what you're doing. It's interesting, for sure.
We were talking.
Go ahead.
We were talking about it, and I was like, I think the potential for them versus 5, like what planes, is that they can kill buildings like markets, mills a lot faster than planes are. But if you drop them in the middle of a base, they have the possibility of chewing out a bunch of buildings, and I think that would save time in the raid. And he said yes, and I was like, he's like, they have potential to chew through low level walls. If you wanted to, you could probably do a low level base with just paratroopers, and that would be it. I mean, you know, but yeah, it's.
But
like
the fights are slower. That's that's why I switched back to 5 planes in war, because the fights were just slower with the transport. I could be so much faster, you know, with the speed coming back. I had to switch back. But Hydra told me when I fought him, he told me he used transport and OTT all the time. And I was like, oh, really?
Yep.
Oh my God, how smart is that?
I used them last war. I used crap, like really bad, like low level crap, like creep cards. Like my dock is like a industrial age dock. That's what level. It's level 6, so I get industrial age cards through it. And so I put like some like crappy industrial age cards for like a little bit of cleanup, but I used the transport, and I was really surprised at hitting like my level how strong it is. The only thing about transport is I feel like it's not good for like if you're gonna be the first person to attack a base because you don't know where the SAMs are. But if you get some information, you can make a plan and use the transport even better. So
that's true, but I don't know. I found the transports to be quite tough compared to other things, and the guys they carry, man, they're wicked. You know, I didn't think they were. I thought their hit points were decent, but mine, when I quit using them, they were atomic max, and I haven't used them since. So I'm going to start playing with them for OTT. I'm going to start figuring it out for that.
oh no, there's the stupid British rifles. I forgot they were there. Rip. Lost one.
Well, lost a tank?
No, lost a paratrooper off of that.
Oh.
When I drop them in, I try to babysit them a little bit. Like, obviously, I can't babysit them to, like, the max, because that would just put my planes in danger, but I can babysit them like, okay, I'll take the command post out. I can take one mortar out. I can make it so you guys survive longer. That was such a beautiful rally. So close.
Are you still German?
Mm-hmm. Will be probably for the rest of the time.
I have 1 German and 2 British.
I swap Mrs. Likes the British too. Because I miss my lazy APC comp.
I know.
That's so nice. It was Clint gave me a comp, and then I just stripped the tanks out and added APCs to his comp. Essentially, they're the same thing. And then he runs like 4 or 5 like heavy infantry. I took those out and ran more rifles. And all I would do is I would just like drop them, plane all the mortars, walk away, and then boom. The game's like blacked out on my screen because the game was sitting idle for too long on the you just beat this base without any losses page, and I was like, oh wow, that's amazing, wonderful, great. So
You have to send me your troop count. I'd be interested to see it.
I think it's weird because Clint runs I think 6 howitzers or 5. He's always been someone to run higher amount of like howitzers, which is like really good for fast hits. I like to take my hits like a cigar, just slow and enjoyable, like so
Not me. I like to hit them hard and fast.
Yeah.
Mainly because we got beaten in war for time a couple times, and it pissed me off. So I was like, okay, if this is the way this is gonna roll, I'm gonna learn to be as fast as I can. So what's his troop count? What's your troop count?
4 APCs, 3 healers, 4 howitzers, 50 rifles.
No Zooks.
No Zooks.
Interesting.
And I've been able to hit, I think the highest. XP to me doesn't matter because everyone's going to be on a different page. Like a 190 all defense versus a 190 all offense, it just looks different. So, you know, 190 like mid defense, I don't really know. 190, sure. With heavy tanks, the highest I've been able to hit was like 290 in multiplayer. It's just because I know them that well. But with APC comp, like that comp, if I was going to hit a upper base, I'd have to use some decoys or really like plan out my plane routes for that. But for the most part, I just wouldn't care. Just hit whatever I saw. It would look good. There was a member of our team, her name is Mira, and she used to hit anything. She told me she would hit anything she could see in multiplayer. Like any base she saw in multiplayer, she just hit it, done. And so for me, I tried setting myself to that standard. I couldn't live up to it. I couldn't. Like there's just so many bases out there I can't hit. Like I just don't have the formula for that. So I don't know how she did it.
She would hit with what? Without decoys or
No,
troops?
she would use like bazookas and like APCs, and she would sit up in like Kingdom and like Empire League and just hit whatever. That was her her words. I can hit anything up there. I can 5-star any base up there. And so we've seen her in war. She was one of our top attackers when I was in PT, Prodigal Fuse. She was one of the top attackers for a very long time, and she came from another alliance where she was the top attacker for their alliance as well. I think what got me, what kind of like was interesting to me was like, you're a female and you're kicking all these guys' asses in war. That's like a lot of guys, like, you know, they get competitive and you're out here kicking these competitive guys' asses and you're female. Like, damn, like straight respect for that. Like, like I know it sounds really stupid to say it that way, but that was what I thought at first when I met her. Like,
yeah, because I know what you're saying, because I am a woman and I am an attacker. I'm the top attacker in my alliance. Not that that's saying a lot, but that is my niche. But I work at it too.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. I mean, it depends. You know, what's she using? Is she using everything? Or is she using, you know, if you're using everything, yeah, you can do a lot in MP.
Yeah, well, I asked her setup was like, do you, because I guess a lot of the stuff that I do for my Kingdom and Empire raids is based off the information that I got from her, and I tried out her ideas just to go, wait, she was not joking, but she would run a tactical blessing, training blessing sometimes, and then she would just hit with alliance troops. Maybe not even alliance troops. I think it's just that, like, her rallying was on point, her positioning for troops was on point, just like how I see heavy tanks, she saw her comp, but, like, better. And so, even though she doesn't play the game as much anymore, due to personal issues, I try to push myself to see if I can become what she said she was, but with heavy tanks. And that's just like why I keep sticking up there. It's because like I keep that in my mind. She's like, I could hit any base, and I'm like, Lex, don't even play with yourself. You can't hit every base. You see bases out there, and the bases I hit, people on stream, like I've had people go like, you hit bases that have like all the exposed traps. That's not real like looting. It's like, no, you're right. It's not real looting. I just don't know how to get my fear of hitting a base that looks tough when I know there's max SAM batteries there, and if my planes are gone, how the hell am I gonna make through the rest of the base? Like I don't know how to get over that fear. So that's what I'm struggling with right now.
Interesting. I hit Hydra's base over and over and over again because he was playing with me while.
Wait, no troop tactics, or are you using troop tactics with it?
I did use troop tactics.
Okay.
He called it his, what did he call it? I called it the House of Horror.
Yeah.
He called it his happy home or something like that. And he just kept letting me hit it. He just kept posting it for me. This was before our fight.
Yeah.
You know, the war base. This was just his MP base.
What was your what troop comps? What was your troop comp with everything? Tactics and everything?
Well, with tactics and everything?
Troop tactics.
Well, I was practicing OTT, so I really had an odd. My alliance or my mercs were really different. It was one tank destroyer, and the rest were peacekeepers. And that was hopefully to help me get, you know, have it be like a troop tactic, because I couldn't have them. So I had that, and I had it on all 3 accounts, because all 3 of my accounts are Cold War. I had it on all 3 accounts, so I kept hitting with all 3 accounts. 2 are British, 1's German. I had my alliance troops were 1 Howie, 6 bazookas or RPGs. My troops were 4. Wait a minute. No, it was 1, because I switched it up a little bit just now. It was 1 heavy infantry, 2 wall miners, rifles. On the British, it was 2 Zooks, RPGs, 6 Howies, 2 APCs. On the German, it was 1, and then the rest rifles. I mix rifles and bazookas together. So on the German one, I go with 5 bazookas and the rest rifles, 2 APCs, 1 heavy infantry, 6 Howies. All 3 accounts had 6 Howies. Okay.
Okay.
You with me?
I got your German one right now.
Okay. For the troop tactics, first try, I decided, you know, just for shits and giggles, I tried elephant archers. That was a total freaking fail. Total fail. I was like, okay, well, that didn't work. My favorite troop tactics are British shooters and heavy vandals. They are without a doubt my favorite. So I tried that next, 2 and 2. And what I did was I laid down the mercs and the generals in one area, because he had 4 generals on the map, 460 generals, and I wanted to take out 1. And he had his silo 4 there, and I planed that out. I saboed it along with he had air defense right next to it, so I was able to sabo both of those and save my planes. But the troop tactics that worked on his base, and I 5-starred that base, was okay, think about it. What's the new tank that's out for Cold War? Was it AV?
Assault vehicle.
Yes, the AV was 1, elephant archers, and then my favorites, British shooters and heavy vandals. And I came in from one area and I just kept decoying right in front of them until they worked the base all the way to the end, and I 5-starred it one time.
We had a guy in our alliance in PT. His name was Ironstein. I 5-starred his base, but it took me 50 hits, and I did it over. I had 1 day off. I did it over 8 hours. I just kept nonstop hitting, nonstop hitting, nonstop hitting. Because the game, I think what it is like when someone posts like a challenge, and then like if you're attacking their challenge as they're reposting it, it'll glitch, and so you can just re-attack it nonstop. So I had that, and it was like towards the top of the chat, so I could just keep hitting it over and over again. And so I got to the point where I was able to do it in like 2 minutes and 20 seconds, but he had everything done, research, everything done. He had a bazooka sentry in there as well. And I did not have Leo's stats. I put a video of it, and after that base, I started like realizing every base is gonna be a rehearsal thing for you, because you're using heavy tanks, and every base needs to like have a formula. Once you understand how to take out like 5 box with holes in the middle, any 4 corner, you can take out the varieties, because you understand how to take out the main, you know. And so I was just like, well, I think I'm gonna have fun with this.
Yeah, that's what Hydra's base taught me. Fighting it over and over and over again. He taught me so much by just, I would say, you know, because sometimes I wouldn't be able to do like you're saying. There was a couple times where I could just hit it again. Like if I wasn't happy with the attack and I just say, oh, this one sucks, and I throw the game away, you know how you do, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then reload it, and it would be there again. And then sometimes it wouldn't. Sometimes it would show my results, and I would just say, post your House of Horrors again, please. And he'd laugh at me. But it was a good time. I really enjoyed fighting with him. I was happy I didn't fall flat on my face.
Drop it here, drop this here. Be wonderful. If we can actually kill this, guys, that'd be fantastic. Alright, I'm actually gonna have to kill this guy with plants.
So you don't think you're gonna pop in on Dukes? You think you'll hurt his show rather than help it?
I have to get, because it just feels like there's people that I've never even seen before. I don't even know if they would watch. I'd have to get an actual like poll on that one. I don't really know if people would want to watch me or not. Please tell me you have something in your stronghold. Boy, here I'm gonna rally this thing so we can figure it out once and for all.
I don't know. Are you in Order 66 right now?
Yes. We should probably decoy this because I need this guy away. Let me drop my cleanup, which should have been done a little bit sooner already. And drop it on this guy would be wonderful. Drop that on the oil. We might die here. I think these bazookas are gonna kill me. Yeah.
All I see is a friendly challenge. Now I'm starting to see something happening.
I don't have... Okay, we're dead here, I think. I have to claim this. Yeah. Down to 3 heavy tanks.
You hitting snacks?
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing the start of the fight.
Yeah, it's a little bit delayed then. I've been hitting him with different strats each time. I haven't actually figured out a strat that actually works 100%. And I dropped that strength like Gladiator way too soon on that base.
That is the Hydra base.
So when
that is the Hydra base right there, baby.
I hit this base, I think what I needed to have done was keep the troops together, because I didn't keep them together early on, but this strat would be fine. I see the potential. I could start from the bottom like I did. I just have to rally like together somewhere in this bottom cubicle here.
Yep, that is the base I had to hit for OTT.
I couldn't do this OTT. I've actually need to tell, what's his name? Novelker Shoes, it's like, look, for OTT wars, don't even like expect anything from me. But when I get the elephants purchased and I get the crabbies purchased, if you want a non-OTT war and you want me to hit their #1, I'll gladly hit their #1 because I think I can do it. But I'm gonna, like, my style needs elephant archers. Like it just needs something that strong that does splash damage and kills stuff over walls.
Mm-hmm.
So
I found what worked for me for this base for British was coming in from the bottom. I could 5-star it. And did you use the what's those tanks that do the traps? Help me out.
crab tanks.
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
You use crab tanks. Yep. I use crab tanks, British shooters, and elephant archers for that, and I come in from the bottom for that base, and I can 5-star it. I'm talking about by the coalitions. I'm sorry, I said the bottom. That's not correct.
I think my biggest accomplishment in the game so far was I hit, and I screenshotted it. His name is Jag. He's from USA Elite. He and Mag and Russell, I think, are like the 3 leaders to swap leadership roles. They've been there for the longest time. But I 4-starred 100% in his Forbidden City base. It was like any 4-corner, but he had like an interesting like layout for it, and he had defensive blessings on it, like all the defensive blessings on it. And I ran through it in like with 42 seconds left on the clock. And I literally showed him this screenshot. I'm like, so you need to work on your base. It's not that tough. And he just like, how the fuck did you like? Like, I don't even 5-star my own base. Like, I'm afraid to try it because it's like whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, well, there's a guy who came in in USA Elite, and his name was King Keith, I think. And he's just like, he drops his like, he's a 270, drops his like base down. He's like, you're not gonna 5-star it. And I plowed through it in like a minute and like 45 seconds, and he's just like, how? And I'm like, because you have any 4-corner. That's why. It's so easy right now. It's the #1 base on this on like, if you drop me something else, I probably won't do it. Magenia dropped me this base, this Gan Chan base. It had like, it looks like a star, like a Nazi symbol and a star, and there's like barbed wire in all the gaps. Christopher uses it, and I couldn't get through that base. I just couldn't figure it out because the reason that crab tanks work is that you have one entrance point. So the 5 box, you have one entrance, and if the crab tanks are leading, the heavy tanks don't have to worry about traps. That base, there's traps in every single gap. If you spread your heavy tanks too thin, they're gonna hit every single like gap. I don't know how to get through that base. So that's my next goal, is figuring that one out.
You're on a mission.
Yeah, so like for me, it's like I've been taking a break from it just because like taking a break from hitting after like extended periods of time, it gives my brain the time to kind of get itself together, and then like I hit a week later and it's like my attacks just get stronger because it's like, whoa. Because I tried at first to shove it all down my throat and go, you're gonna learn how to do it this weekend, you're gonna do it right, and that burned me out so quick.
Yeah, I was watching you one night and you said you were quitting. I was like ready to reach out. Don't you dare. And then the next night you were streaming again. I was like, yes.
So like, I do this, okay, so here we go. So we're gonna do this corner, right? So any 4-corner, it's a cheesy layout. There's a way to do it. So this bottom section looks good because I can get into the castle. All I'm gonna do is send the crab tanks in the front. Crab tanks are gonna go for defensive buildings first. So the way the AI pathing would be is if you drop the crab tank here, it'll go for this. If you drop your tanks in the corner and then you grab the crab tanks, they'll go for this, and then they're gonna go for this, or they're gonna go for this. I want them to go through this opening because I know I have a barbed wire or something in this corner, and then I could rally this wall, break the wall, and then we can go through the core of the base, and just everything else is easy peasy. That's literally how you take out these bases. It's very, very simple. Here, it's gonna go for the Colosseum. Drop the elephants. Okay. Now you wait. Okay. I hope they're in front. They're in the front. So I'm gonna rally this wall here. They're gonna go through. They're gonna. Oh, there's a barbed wire. See, it was wonderful. And then from here, you're gonna wait on your whatchamacallit. Drop this. See, we caught that heavy tank from spawning, which is extremely good for this opening. Drop this. Drop this. Everything dies super quick. These bases are super easy. And then you want to rally this guy up here so you can still have some clearing space here. Okay, wow, everything's just gonna die. I'm gonna drop another decoy. Use my cleanup right now. Drop my. I'm actually gonna drop it up here. Drop this guy down here. The general. Wrap around. Kill you. Drop another decoy here. Well, my heavy tank's left. That's wonderful. I'm gonna drop this on you guys. Have fun. Kill this guy. Drop this. And honestly, drop a second one, drop a heal. Okay, drop this on you, drop you. I'm ready for rally soon.
You know what I did to catch up to you?
Hmm.
I closed YouTube and reopened it. And now I'm watching you as you're talking instead of like looking at nothing and not understanding what you were saying. I'm glad it worked because it helped me. I wish I could have seen the whole fight.
When I watched Domination's Burger, what I noticed about him is that he would funnel. I call it controlling because but he would funnel his troops into the middle of the base, and then from the middle of the base he would just drop the decoys as needed, drop the heals as needed, and then he would wait for Strength of Gladiator for the stronghold troops, or he would wait for Strength of Gladiator when it just got way too like overbearing. It was just like, I noticed that, and he would do that in every single hit, and I'm like, how is he controlling, how is he funneling his troops into the middle? And it's like, so I tried wall miners. So the problem with wall miners is that they run faster than most like of the other troops. So if they run ahead of the crab tanks before the crab tanks get to that one barbed wire that's in every single corner, you're effed because you can't do anything. So you would have to like grab the wall miner, drop him at the back of the army when the crab tanks have a lead, and then rally the crab tanks, and the heavy tanks, by the time the wall miner gets there, would have already broken the wall. So the wall miner was useless. So I was just like, well, I don't know how to use that. If I'm attacking this base like a flathead, like if I'm going to attack this base, instead of going from the corner, if I want to attack it from anywhere in this wall side, yes, you would bring a wall miner, and it would just break a wall here. Wow, you have instant entrance, and then the crab tanks can go through the middle like this, easy peasy. So that's the strategy around that. So you can hit it either way you want. You can hit it the flat side, or you can go for a corner. But when you're heavy tanking, I would not recommend going 2 corners or 3 corners or 4. It's just too much. That's no. So.
You weaken yourself by doing that, I would think.
Yes, because the whole point is that you're not sitting on a barbed wire. And so if you're going to have 2 tanks in each corner, or like 1 tank and 2 tanks in some corner, it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. It would be so stuck.
I gotta start playing with heavy tanks.
King D Hookster's attitude about heavy tanks cracks me up. He typed in chat the other day, I just raided and lost a few heavy tanks. I can't raid with this stuff. This is so hard. I'm never doing this again. There's just so... I mean, he didn't say it like that, but it was just like... Yeah, I'm like... Dude. So I posted this screenshot of me hitting like a 260 base, and like I lost 1 heavy tank, and I'm like, yeah, guys, I lost a heavy tank on a 260 base. I'm never raiding with them ever again. And he was just like, shut up, Lex. It's like, do you hear yourself? You sound like a baby. I love how he can take a joke, though. I like that about him.
Yeah, he can.
I like that.
All right, dude, I'm going to bed.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have
Talk to you later.
Good night, Gmaw. Tell G-Paw I said hi. He should play this game. He should play this game. I think he would enjoy it.
He would never. He hated it when I beat his butt in Mario. And that was years ago. Good night.
Good night. Let's try that. Well, there you go. Been streaming for an hour and a half. How many medals have we climbed, guys? Let's find out. 563 medals. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm quitting the game. I can't. I should have been an hour and a half of raiding. hitting easy bases with the transport. Every base, between every base is probably like a minute, minute and a half. Every base is lasting a minute, minute and a half. I should be at like 1,200 metals right now. Maybe like 1,000 metals, yeah. I don't like Copper League, it's just too, yeah. I want something higher. Wonderful. Right before the paratroopers land, you want to drop your rally. Bam. Up these two. Oh wow, look at that, just like leveled that. Alright, so then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the paratrooper right there. Kill these two. Do a nice little, I'm gonna do a rally sin here. Nice. So we kill this mortar, can't do anything. Yeah, we just got like the most free drop right there. Okay, I know you're gonna grab your bazooka. I have no idea what to do with this guy, so we're just gonna not use him then. Because he could die. They're like trapped on him. There's 8 landmines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one? Oh, that's that one. 6. Maybe I missed 2. Maybe, yeah. Anyways. Alright, so I'm gonna see. I'll get myself to 800 metals, so we'll just do another attack and then I'm off. And then I'm gonna try to do this thing for King D Hookster and see if I can figure it out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, drop here, drop here. I'm gonna actually just go and kill some of this other stuff here. Jeez, they're just so tanky. I like these guys, they're so strong. Look at this. This infantry just gets one shot. No problem. Oh, you guys need backup? I got you. You're coming in with some more backup. Look at this. Oh wait, did we miss something? Yeah. 19 metals. I think we're gonna be at what? 798? Yeah. Let's do this last attack. I'm gonna just zoom in and do like a zoomed in gameplay, I guess. Guy's literally sitting on like quicksand. That's hilarious. This would be a perfect spot right here. So I'll show you guys in a second. Actually, I'm gonna drop it on the Chinese Global H thing here. I'm gonna play new, and I'm gonna play new. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop a whole team. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh. Sorry, we'll drop the paratroopers here then. That was a fail. I'm getting super tired again. Strong these guys are, so fun. Alright. Alright, that'll be the end of the stream. I'm gonna go figure out this problem. And I'll stream again tomorrow probably. Thanks for watching.